All right, boys and girls, we are going to now start working on Simple Solutions, Lesson 40. All right, here is Lesson 40. It'll say Lesson 40 at the top, and at the bottom it is page 41. And we're going to take a minute to dig out your Simple Solutions book. And if you still have that Post-it note in your book, I would always put it on the next page so that you know when you open your book the next day, this is where you should pick up. So we are on Lesson 40. At the bottom of the page, it says page 41. We have trees and some yellow and red fish on there. So if you found it, you're gonna need a pencil. All right. And probably some crayons. We usually need some crayons, so yes, we do. We do need our crayons. All right, so the first one, number 1, we're looking at this one right here. We have cube, cube, cone, cube, cone. So it says to look at the shapes. It says to color the cubes green and color the cones blue. So you're going to need to get a green crayon and a blue crayon. You're going to color the cubes. The cubes, remember, they kind of look like an ice cube or a dice. Color the cubes green and then color the cones blue. So after you have found your green crayon and your blue crayon, and I want you to go ahead and color the cubes green and the cones blue. You can pause the video while you do this question. All right, now that you've done that, I'm going to show you what it looks like to make sure you did yours correctly. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to double check and make sure yours are correct. Green cube, green cube, green cube, blue cone, blue cone. Now we're going to go on to number 2. In number 2, we see 2 trees here. 2 trees. You are to circle the tree that is taller. So if you want to use your crayon, you can. Or you can use your pencil. Just don't use a marker. Circle the tree that is taller. Hopefully you've had a chance to circle the tree that is taller. Were you correct? This tree is taller. Now moving on to question number 3, there's a 1 right here. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to trace the number 1. So I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm going to trace the number 1. I don't know if you saw me do that with my pencil. It's kind of hard to see. Normally in class I use the marker or something darker so you can see, but I traced the number 1. Now inside our box, draw 1 circle. So inside this box, draw 1 circle. Go ahead. You can pause the video while you draw 1 circle. So mine's not perfect, but I drew 1 circle. You should have drawn 1 circle in your box. Moving on to number 4. We have numbers here, and then we have some blanks. So we have some blanks and we need to fill in the number on the blanks. I'm going to tell you a couple clues on which you could use to help you do this problem. So the first thing you could do is, this is starting with 13. Oh man, that's hard. I'm not really good at starting at 13 and counting up. So maybe I'll start counting from 1 in my head and see what should come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that helps me that I know what numbers should go here. Another thing you can do is, this is really convenient. Down here at the bottom, we have this number line. I could go to 13 and I could see what comes after 13. Oh, there's 14. So I could copy that up there. Up, 15's already there. What comes after 15? Oh, there's 16. I could put it up there. Another thing that we've talked about is knowing that when you're in the teens or any number, you always start with whatever digit we have here. So we are in the tens, and we look at the number in the ones place. So this is a 3. What comes after 3? What comes after 5? So that could help us. So take a minute to write what comes next in these lines, and then I will go over it in one moment. Don't forget to pause the video while you take a moment to answer this question. You can restart it when you're ready. Okay, so now that you've had time to complete that problem, I want to talk about another way we can look at this. So I'm going to use a crayon right now just for the sake so you can see this better. So if I were counting 3, what comes after 3? 4. I put that 1 in front of it, and that's 14. 14. Make sure it's 1, 4. If I flip-flop those, that would be 41, and that doesn't come after 13. Okay, so 13, 14, 15. What comes after 15? Well, I know 15 has a 5 in it, so I'm going to think to myself, what comes after 5? 5, 6. Okay, so 16 is my number. So 16, just like all of these other numbers, have a 1 here in the tens place. I'm going to put a 1 here. And then what comes after 5? 6. 16. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, now we're going to look at number 5. We have fish here. We have some yellow fish and we have some red fish. Okay, there are 2 yellow fish and 2 red fish. How many fish are there in all? Then you're going to write that number on the line. So you're going to count all of the fish, yellow fish and red fish, and you're going to add all of those up in your head and write the number on the line. So take a moment to do that. You can pause the video and do that question, and I will come back with the correct answer in a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 fish. Okay, now on to the last one, number 6. We are going to start on this line, and we're going to hop, hop, hop as we count, count, count from 1 to 40. So grab a pencil. I'm going to use this crayon so that you guys can see it better when I'm doing it. So we're going to count. Ready? Get your pencil or your crayon ready, and we're going to do this one together. If you need to take a moment to go find your pencil or crayon, go ahead and go find it, pause the video, and then you can come back. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we ran out of room, so now we're gonna have to go down here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, boys and girls, we just finished lesson 40 in our Simple Solutions book. If you have a Post-it note at home, I would put a Post-it note right here on lesson 41's page so that I know when I open this up tomorrow, this is where we're going to be working.